Just bear with me a second. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Today, we are going to be making a fun fold, and we are going to be using the gorgeous Leaves of Holly bundle. It is a photopolymer stamp set with a coordinating die set. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using. The only ink color we're going to be using today is Memento. And we are going to get started. My card base today is Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow. And we, whoops, I got paper in here. Let's get rid of that. We are going to score this together. I want to make sure that my trimmer is in the camera so you can see what's going on here. All right, I think we're good. All right, so my card base is 11 inches by 4 1/4, and we are going to score this. We're going to score it at 2 inches, again at 4 inches, 4 1/2 inches, 6 1/2 inches, 7 inches, and 9 inches. That is card base part 1. And then card base part 2 is also Mossy Meadow, and it measures 7 by 2 3/4. And we're going to score this one at 3 1/2. And that is our scoring. All right, let me get a bone folder here. And we will furnish those scores. All right, so before we do anything else, we are going to bring in our paper trimmer again because we have to do some cutting. And we are going to cut on the 4-inch line. We are going to cut. Let me get my cutter up to the top. I'm going to remove this blade. Actually, no, I'll remove the blade. It'll be easier for you guys to see. All right, so let's get my blade at the top. So on the 4-inch score line, we are going to, I'm going to turn this around. Hang on until the camera catches up so I make sure I'm in the camera. There we go. All right, we are going to cut down to the 1-inch mark. All right, then we are going to flip. And on the 4-inch mark, we are going to cut down 1 inch. All right, then we're going to turn it on the 4-inch mark. We are going to cut down 1 inch, flip it, put it back on the 4-inch mark, down 1 inch. So this is what we have. I'm hoping you can see that. So basically from the top we've cut down 1 inch, and from the bottom we've cut up 1 inch. So now we are going to put this in our paper trimmer, and on the 1-inch mark, actually I'm going to turn it sideways again. I think it's going to be easier for you to see. We need to put that on the 1-inch mark, and then we are going to cut from 4 to the 7. Right? Then we're going to flip it, put it on the 1-inch mark, and cut it from 4 to 7. And this is what you want it to look like. There's a square on each end and a strip in the middle. All right. Now we will grab our and we're going to start in the center, and then we will fold accordion fold. And I like to do my scores both ways. Just because it makes the card move smoother. So just play with your folds until you get them going both directions and moving smoothly. One more here. All right, now we are going to put on our DSP layers. We have some mats here that are going to go on here. So we will pop those in place with some Tombow. I don't even know what this fold is called, to tell you the truth. I just thought it was pretty cool. Something different. And it's not difficult. It just takes a little bit of time to cut those two edges out. And I'm just centering these. I'm trying to center them. That one's not straight. On the panels. And then the next layer is going to be DSP. Alright, so we have that, and we also need to have DSP matte layers on the outside here. So we might as well do that at the same time. There's one, and our second one. Please stick around to the end of this video. I have another card using another product suite for you to see as well. All right, now I have to make my decision as to what I'm going to do. Now I have different colors of DSP here. I was thinking I wanted, maybe I'll do this on the front. Yes. I think I'll do those on the front. And that way, on the inside, I can do these. Trying to change it up so it's not so matchy-matchy, and we're showcasing the DSPs, so I want to use a couple of prints at least out of this pack. Show off that gorgeous paper of ours. There we go. So basically this is really, really easy. We are just simply gluing on the rectangles. Nothing hard here. Like so. And then we're going to need another one of these with the poinsettias. All right. That's that. Now we're going to flip it over. And on the outside, I was going to put this print. And I love this part paper because it's non-directional. So it really doesn't matter which way, oops, which way you put it on, just as long as you put it on the right panel. All right, let's get this on here. There is our last one of those panels. All right, now we have, this is the second part of our card base. Oh, I forgot to cut a piece of paper too. This is the panel that's going to go on the inside of this little part. And that is where your greeting is going to go. So we're just going to pop that on there. Now, I neglected to do a piece of designer paper. So I'm going to have to cut that now. And it is 2.5 by 3.25. Oops, my cutter's upside down. So 2.5 by 3.25. All right, and I also need a piece of white, and it should be 2 5/8 by 3 3/8. There we go. Now we should have all our bits. So let's just make sure these are going to be right. Now, this one's a little bit off. Just a smidge. Now let's try it. Much better. So get the mat on here. And then, make sure my DSP is right. It's just a smidge off too. Well, well, well. There we go. That's better. And just center that one up on this panel. All right. That's all our bits. Now, I am going to put adhesive on this center piece. Actually, yeah, I'm going to use Tombow. It's going to take a second for this to dry, but that's okay. So we're just putting it on the center panel. And then we're going to take this little card and we are going to center that top to bottom, side to side, and pop that in the middle. And we'll just give that a little back rub. All right, so now you're going to see how this card is going to fold up. Those are going to fold in. Those are going to fold over. So there is our card in a nutshell. All right, now in order to keep this all together, we need a belly band. So I have chosen real red for my belly band, and I am just going to flip it over. You know what I just did? I put it together backwards. Yup, yup. You just witnessed it live here, because those are my inside panels. This should be the inside of my card. Now you have to watch me see if I can fix this mess live. Now, somewhere in my stash, I don't know what I did with it. I saw it a few minutes ago, but I was looking for something else. So, oh, there it is. Just bear with me a second. You will get to see how I try to fix this hot mess. And dental floss is the answer. And I'm just going to put the dental floss in behind and try to break the seal behind, hopefully, without ripping anything too badly. And of course, I put a lot of glue on theirs because I didn't want it to move. And I may not be able to get this off. Maybe I will. Let's see. Well, it's starting. Let's try from the other side. Oh, well, well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this or not, to tell you the truth. Let me see. Survey says maybe. Maybe, maybe, maybe. The joys of live video. All right. That's what not to do, my friends. figure out how your card is supposed to go together. Your two panels are on the inside. So now we are going to put our adhesive on the center panel once again. We're going to center this up, making sure our flap's in the right direction. And we're going to pop this in place once again. All right, now I am going to cut a piece of to cover this back. So I want 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. Let me see if I've got any mossy meadow. Probably not. All right, I will get a piece. Mossy meadow. Maybe if I can find it. Mossy meadow. Here we go. And what did I say the size was I needed? 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. 2 3/4. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I messed up on the back of it, and I want to cover that up. So you won't have to do this. I just want to cover up this scary mess on the back. There we go. All right. Let's try it again. Now, well, oh, I see what I did. Yeah. Okay, we're going to have to cut that down after because we need these panels to be able to move. All right. So there's that. Right. We got that going like so. Now we need a belly band. Flip this over, put that in the center, flip this over. All right, loosey-goosey. We do not want it too tight because you want to be able to take your belly band on and off with ease. Okay, and you just snip off the excess, and then we're going to put our tombow on. And we just hold that in place. Make sure that we can slide it on and off. And you see what I did wrong here is that I tried to glue it and it went right over the pieces that have to move. So the piece that I should have on there is 2 inches by 3 1/2. 2 inches by 3 1/2. There we go. Yep. There we go. All right. We're on the right path. Now we're going to put our belly band on here, and we get to do some decorating. Finally. All right. I promise you I made that much more difficult than it really is by putting that together wrong. All right, I cut out this tag that is part of the one of the dies in that set. I cut it out in gold. No, I didn't. I cut it out in the green, and then I layered it on a piece of gold foil. And I just used a little circle punch so that I could die cut this divot on each of these three corners, and then I just used my paper trimmer to trim these edges off. So there's a little border, and then I just fussy cut around the leaves. And I want to use that as my focal image on here. All right, but before we do that, we are going to add a greeting. So I use the same tag and I die cut it in white, and that will fit right in there, just so there's a little green and gold border around. So I am going to put some adhesive on here. I got a piece of dry glue stuck to that bottle. Oh, there's one. This will make life easier. And we will glue this in place right in here. Like so. And now, out of the same paper, let me get this glue off my hands, I have fussy cut this poinsettia. And I am going to use a dimensional or two and pop that right on here, but I still need to be able to see that greeting, right? So there we have that. And then I have some of these gorgeous gold leaves. So I thought we'd zazz it up even a little bit more by adding a couple of those. And I think perhaps a glue dot will be the way to go for those. Let me see. I have lots and lots of paper pumpkin glue dots. Let's use one of these. I think, well, maybe a glue dot's not the way to go. We'll see. And if I pop that in there like so, oh yeah, definitely a glue dot. And that's stuck to my finger. Surprise, surprise. And where do I want this one? Oh, I should have another glue dot on the other end. There we go. How about down here? Check out all that glitz. Isn't that pretty? All right, so this is going to go right across the front. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put dimensionals. I'm just going to hold this here and see where it's going to lay. And I am just going to put lots of dimensionals in behind here. And we will make sure that this is going to be stuck on there for good. All right, remove those paper backings and pop this in place. Isn't that pretty? And then we're going to slide off that belly band, open our card, and here's where our message goes. In here, I am going to do the same idea, but I'm just going to use this big, beautiful poinsettia in the center. And I'm going to glue this one flat because there's a lot of bulk to this card already. So I'm just going to put adhesive on the back of this, and we're going to put this right in the middle, like so. And when I was doing this, I had a little tiny piece of gold foil left. And what I did is I took my hole punch and I punched a whole bunch of little tiny gold circles. So my thought is that I'm going to put a bunch of little gold circles on here to zazazoo that up. So where's my paper piercer? I'm going to need it. And I'm just going to use my take your pick tool and my paper piercer and pop these little gold circles. Now you could use gems. I just thought since I had the leftover foil, oops, wrong end, that I would use these. There we go. Now we need some down here at the bottom. Make sure I get them on there right. 2. One more. I think we are done. There we go. All right. Bring that up so you can see all that gold sparkle. And this is where our message is. And then this all folds together. And now it folds together if I fold it right. There we go. Still don't have it right. There we go. And then the belly band. There is that card, my friends. Now, as promised, I have one more card that I made earlier to show you. Same fun fold, different product. This one here says, wishing you the loveliest day, and it has this pumpkin on it. And then you open this one up like so, and in here goes our greeting. So by using that greeting, wishing you the loveliest day, I could use this card for almost anything. I was thinking on a fall birthday, but there you have it. We have 2 cards for you today. I hope you enjoyed them. I apologize for messing up in the middle of that video, but that's kind of good in a way too, because it gets to show you guys how I fix my mistakes. And normally the dental floss would work, but like I said, I put so much glue on there that it was really tough for me to get that off. But we didn't waste any cardstock. I just had to add one little piece here on the back side. So, good teaching moment. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you like the cards. Please try this fold, and yes, I would love to see your cards. All right, that's it for today. Come back soon. Bye-bye.